they were laughing because this woman was telling them, who was white, was telling them not to speak to us.
Right.
You were there actually, do you remember?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And they were just laughing because they says, we're not communists, so I don't know why they're dragging us into it.
No,
but
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I think they just came to watch.
I'm going to ask the officer if it's okay to stand on there with the flag.
Oh yeah,
If not, I'll
stand
go
up. No, stand on there. I've done it. It's not there. It's not private land, you see.
Yeah,
You can
this
just
is
stand
all
up.
public. This is all
Yeah, they can care less.
Hi officers.
Hello guys, how are you
Good
doing?
to see you. Not too bad at yourselves.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Are they planning on walking around, or is it just staying here today?
I didn't hear on the post.
I believe it's just going to be.
I think it's just this. Yeah, yeah.
Are you planning on walking today or not?
I think the people who work on the station.
Oh, you were
It'll be boring if they're just doing speeches, but still.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, yeah, very, very good. Always never trouble with you guys. Always respect for you guys and stuff like that. No, you did. I've engaged. No. I've never had personal issues. I've never. Been around. I'm going to do like my regular shtick with the flag. Again, no shouting and stuff, just my own demonstration.
Oh, are they allowed? Because somebody pointed it out on Saturday that there's like laws within Leeds City Centre where they're not allowed to, yeah, but it's online. I posted a link to it. It says they're not allowed to hand out pamphlets. They can't, this applies to everyone. You can't have any noise, you can't harass people. Well, I'd argue they're doing all that. Plus, you're not allowed to set up any temporary structures. And they do that, they keep putting the tables up. So in theory, they're breaking every single law going.
Does it depend on like which area of Leeds?
It's the whole of Leeds City Centre.
Is it?
Have a look. Do you know my channel?
Yeah, sure.
Go on, go on. I posted a link, and it links to the Leeds count. It's not even a bylaw. I don't think it's actually because I originally called it a bylaw, but then I read it, and it sounds like it gives you the law, and it gives everything in clear detail. Right. But it's like within the Leeds City Centre, bounded by the looks of it. There's a few extra around the hospital where you can't drink.
Yeah.
But in theory, but actually, unless I read it wrong, you're not allowed to smoke in Leeds, so I don't know if I read that wrong.
Well, it's weird because on our group, the Leeds Against Anti-Semitism, tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary, so we're off for a meal afterwards. But we've got a table which has pamphlets on it. We don't deliberately hand you them out and stuff like that. We've got some that are like, would you like one? Yes or no, and then that's it. We're not going to push you, to take one.
Yeah,
and stuff like
well,
that.
Just be careful
and
if it's Leeds City
we
Centre.
have cops around us and stuff.
They look the other way, so I don't think it matters if everyone else is allowed to.
We've had a few skirmishes with some people.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, here you'd be okay by the looks of it. It's just that I
don't know, so in the fences here.
No, you'll see. I posted the picture of the map as well.
I've seen a few balaclava people over there, so.
Oh, it's dead, isn't it? I mean, the uni used to have huge numbers.
Yeah.
I remember coming, and it used to start off there every Wednesday. Massive amounts, massive. It was since the summer holidays.
Oh yeah.
When it was ever since they started. They quit the campsite, even though they said they were never going to. Then they said they were going to come back in September. Well, no, none of them have. And then since then, it's like you get the impression they're not interested. It was all last year's. And I'm still surprised how few are bothering.
You should have seen I don't think you were there, but you should have seen the Saturday post they had a couple of weeks ago, which was our International Women's Day. Not a single Muslim arrived, and they had pro-Pali flags, trans and everything.
Oh, I did the Manchester one, it was the same thing.
Oh, same thing, so just
yeah, exactly. But the Manchester one's bigger. But you find it's friendly in Manchester. I don't get... Here you feel... I mean, it was like you were getting all that grief on Saturday, which I recorded, that bloke staring at you, and then... The others.
Thank you. I love because I watched the video.
I just swing round. I was.
I love that. Thank you.
I only noticed because I was faffing about with these. Otherwise, I would have known because I was holding it up trying to get these things to work.
Because of these kinds of things, I'm going to buy the criminal identifier spray for myself, just in case.
Well, if I was you, get a GoPro or something.
Yeah.
Or even a cheap one. You can get a cheap body one.
Like
all right, it's 10.
Like
well, I got one for 10 quid. It's 20 quid.
Really?
It's only 10.80, but it's a backup.
Nice.
So if anything happens, I mean, the reason I do live is if someone starts
Yeah.
and they try and pull the camera off, I'm thinking they're going to eradicate the footage.
Yeah,
It's there, and they've got all the backups.
The only thing that I'm concerned about with views is the fact, both of your hands are sort of like,
Well, I did have a thing there, but I need to lose weight because I've got that fat. The cameras up there are down there, so it's been dreadful. So that's why today I'm hand holding it. But if I do that, I'm not in the way of the GoPro. That's the only thing you've got to be careful of, but I haven't turned it on yet.
Yeah, at least
because now
body cam's good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll turn it on once because I get about an hour, depending, an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, sometimes longer out the batch of. So if they're planning on walking it, doing something, there's no point wasting it while they're doing this. I have the live thing on because I can plug a spare. I always carry a spare batch or whatnot. I mean, they're only. Both phones are. They're not brand new. They're from recycle sites. So even if they did damage them, it's not like I'm devastated. I mean, it'd still be annoying.
No, yeah.
But at least it's not like they're hitting £1,000 phone. They're only hitting something that I think paid £100 for. So I can't believe how warm it was today.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's nice. It's nice. Very nice. Pleasant. I went to Spain a couple of weeks ago. I came back like 3 weeks ago. I only went there for 4 days. The first 2 days, lovely, just like this, right? And then the last 2 days, I kid you not, it was Barcelona I went to. It was hail. And at the same time, I looked at the weather in Leeds just for the gigs. And I kid you not, it's 16 degrees. And I'm just like, bugger off.
I know, you can't win.
And my hotel had a rooftop swimming pool. So I'm like, I'll take a cold dip. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I recognise some.
Oh yeah, like
You've got
Serena and stuff.
Yeah. Oh God, it's dull.
Someone just start something. Come on.
Well, it used to be better. It would better. That's why I don't know why. Unless they probably ain't got. They're probably banned from doing it just round the corner. Well, you know where they did the campsite from? That's a lot. They're in the sun.
That's right,
yeah, it's just there, and it's in the sun, and they danced around and everything. Here, it's just.
Yeah, of course.
It's.
It's time to pull the Israeli flag out.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will notice. There's so few of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a friend coming. There's.
Hello, Shalom. Good to see you. Victor. Good to meet you. Joel, nice to meet you. I'm sure it must feel, stressful. A bit of a student. Yes. Well, for me, it's just as a fellow, I used to be a student. I don't think I thought that. In terms of this, basically. And it's just, you get to a certain point where you just decide, you have to start, because if there's one thing a wise man said, I think, is the only necessary way for people to succeed is for good men to do nothing. Yeah, it's very true. Whenever they had a Saturday protest, that's how they talked about it. It's like a lot. My friend Dave in Paris, very good friend, he's a bus guy, he's a Jewish as well. I picked him up, last year there was one right. Really? Well, 5th of April, which is the other Saturday, next week, 2 weeks, something like that. No, 2 weeks. 5th of April. There's going to be about 50, 60 of us. Something from Manchester as well. I told you, it's article to Mountain Protest. No, that's fine. That's it. You want to see the main happen watch?
Have you done this before?
Oh yes.
What's the word?
I always know that. What worse than that type of thing? Spat on.
Free! 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 From the river to the sea! 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 Free! 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 Free Palestine! Stop decolonize. Repeat after me. We want justice, you say how? BAE of campus now. We want justice, you say how? BAE of campus now. We want justice, you say how? Apartheid of campus now. We want justice, you say how? Apartheid of campus now. We want justice, you say how? Me, our demands now. We want justice, you say how? Stand with the students now. Stand with the students now. Stand with the students now. We want justice, you say how? And the siege of Gaza now. We want justice, you say how? And the siege of Gaza now. 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 1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation, no war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israelis the terrorist state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation, no war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israelis the terrorist state.
Israel is up.
Terrorist state.
Israel is up.
Terrorist real.
Israel is up.
Terrorist real.
Israel is up.
Terrorist state.
Israel is up.
Terrorist state.
Israel is up.
Terrorist criminal.
Israel is up.
Terrorist criminal.
Repeat after me. UOL, shame, shame.
UOL, shame, shame.
All the bloodshed in your name.
All the bloodshed in your name.
UOL, shame, shame.
UOL, shame, shame.
All the bloodshed in your name.
All the bloodshed in your name.
UOL, shame, shame.
UOL, shame, shame.
All the bloodshed in your name.
All the bloodshed in your name.
UOL, shame, shame.
UOL, shame, shame.
All the bloodshed in your name.
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 Another one, guys. Unity of Leeds, you will learn.
Leeds, you will learn.
Palestinians will return.
Palestinians will return.
Unity of Leeds, you will learn.
Unity of Leeds, you will learn.
Palestinians will return.
Palestinians will return.
Unity of Leeds, you will learn.
Unity of Leeds, you will learn.
Palestinians will return.
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 Thank you, everyone.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum to everyone who's come today. Today we're just going to be speaking on the events that have happened in the past few weeks and of course the past years that we've all seen and heard about. So thank you for coming and joining us in this matter. So we have 4 speakers today, and our first speaker is Sufyan. He is the president of PSG, and he'll be talking about the events that occurred this past week, as well as our university's complicity in this matter.
Hi, everyone. If we could all just move into the centre a bit more, please. "534 days. It has been 534 days since the start of the most recent genocide in Palestine. But make no mistake, this did not begin in 2023. This is not new. This is 76 years of occupation, 76 years of colonial rule, 76 years of checkpoints, raids, stolen homes, stolen childhood, stolen lives. Since January 19th, Israel has violated the so-called ceasefire agreement every single day, raiding cities like Jenin, Nablus and Tulkarm, murdering Palestinians in the West Bank with impunity. Just last week, the Zionist entity cut off electricity and used missile strikes to indiscriminately bomb every area in Gaza. Just yesterday, the Zionist occupation forces bombed Nasser Medical Hospital, bombing it with patients inside. Over 650 Palestinians, including over 200 children, have been slaughtered in just the past week. Do you hear me? 650 Palestinians! But let us not speak of our martyrs as statistics. They are not numbers. They are names. They are stories. They are the child who dreamed of becoming a poet. They are the mother who shielded her baby from a missile. The grandfather who planted olive trees he would never see flourish. But you cannot kill the resistance of the people who know that death is not the end. We will remember every martyr, not only as a victim of a brutal occupation, but as a person who lived, who loved, who mattered. We will say their names, we will honor their memory, we will carry them in every chant, every march, every act of defiance. Our martyrs will live on in our rage, in our resistance, in our refusal to turn away. Over 85% of Gaza's infrastructure has been annihilated. Homes, hospitals, mosques, churches, schools, leveled. No university in Gaza has been left standing. But through the smoke and the rubble, through the screams and the silence, the Palestinian people resist. They resist with the strength that defies the very violence used to break them. They resist not because they are fearless, but because they have no choice. They resist because they have the right to. The thawabit, the unshakable principles of the Palestinian people are clear. The Palestinians have a right to resist, the right to return, the right to self-determination, and the right to claim Al-Quds as the capital of Palestine. These are not up for debate. These are not privileges to be negotiated. They are the birthright of every Palestinian, and for 76 years they have been denied. And so we ask, what does this have to do with us? What does this have to do with the University of Leeds? The University of Leeds prides itself on being a leader in politics, progress and sustainability. It paints itself as a beacon of justice, claiming to uphold social and environmental responsibility. But beneath this shiny veneer of virtue signaling lies a rotten truth. The University of Leeds is complicit in genocide. The university holds £8 million in partnership with weapon manufacturers. Companies like BAE Systems, the arms manufacturer that supplies the F-35 fighter jet parts that Israel is using to indiscriminately massacre Palestinians. This university maintains ties with UJC, an inherently political organisation who placed a former IDF war criminal on this very campus in a role of pastoral care. The irony isn't just staggering, it's cruel. A man who left to serve the same occupation forces that has slaughtered hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, who's allowed to walk this very campus under the guise of caring for students. Let that sink in. A war criminal tasked with student well-being. What an insult! This university maintains ties with Israeli institutions built on stolen land. Institutions that uphold the secular colonial project and normalize apartheid. They formed partnerships with Israeli institutions during this genocide, when the death toll had already exceeded 8,000 Palestinians. Shame on this university! So no, we are not innocent. And the silence from this university is not just complicity, but the silence is deafening. We cannot call ourselves progressive while blood runs through the contracts that line this university's pockets. This is why we say, boycott, divest, sanction. We demand that the University of Leeds cuts all ties to companies profiting from Palestinian blood. We demand that the university cuts partnerships with Israeli institutions complicit in apartheid. We demand truth, we demand accountability, and we demand action. But more than anything, we demand liberation. Because the struggle of the Palestinian people is not isolated. The liberation of one oppressed people paves the path for the liberation of all. From Kashmir to Congo, from Sudan to Syria, the struggles are interconnected. The systems are the same, and when one falls, they all begin to fall. We are not helpless, we are not alone, and the tides are turning. We will keep pushing until Palestine is free from the Jordanian River to the Mediterranean Sea, until every refugee can return home, until Gaza rebuilds, until the martyrs rest in peace, knowing that we did not stop. Because Palestine does not just require your attention, it demands your action. Show up, speak out and take action. Join the student movement, flood the protest. We have seen action for Palestine on this very campus, from occupation to the encampment to preventing complicit companies to stand on this campus planning their lives of sustainable and ethical jobs. Organize, disrupt and refuse to let them look away. We are the students and we hold the power. Palestine does not need your pity. It needs your loyalty, your rage and your defiance. And when you're tired and when you feel alone and when you feel like giving up, remember the words of Palestinian poet Mahmoud Darwish. Stand on the battlefront of your dream and fight for it. So fight for every martyr, for every child, for every inch of stolen land, for Al-Quds to Gaza, to Ramallah and beyond. Fight for Palestine until return, until justice, until liberation. Thank you. Free, free! Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
UOL, shame, shame!
UOL, shame, shame!
All the bloodshed in your name!
All the bloodshed in your name!
UOL, shame, shame!
UOL, shame, shame!
All the bloodshed in your name!
All the bloodshed in your name!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Thank you.
So our next speaker is Safia. She was the former president of PSG last year and, inshallah, next year's Equality and Liberations Officer. So for those of you who are new to this campus and haven't really been here long, we have a really big history of student protests, last year particularly. So Safia is going to touch on the history of our student protests at Leeds. Hi guys. So I'd just like to start by saying that I've never been part of a more diverse community, whether that's race, faith, gender, and nationality. Yet the university and media and government push the narrative that this is a religious dispute. We know it's not. It's about colonialism. If the uni truly committed to decolonisation like they claim on their website, then we would not have to be here today. But we are. LUU have authorised this protest, and I want to remind you that we are not the first Leeds Uni students to make a stand. In 1960, LUU boycotted South African goods in protest against apartheid. In 1968, the president of LUU led a 4-day occupation of a Parkinson building when a racist Tory was invited to speak on campus. In 2003, Leeds Uni Union banned the Sun newspaper from its portrayal of asylum seekers. And now, the uni wants to be neutral. They haven't picked a side, they picked silence, but silence is a position. Silence is perpetuation and complicity. The uni now celebrates its students who stood against apartheid in South Africa, but are silent when we stand against Israeli apartheid. They claim they care about human rights, yet they partner with an Israeli university while Israel bombs every single university. Shame! Leeds Uni said they want to stay out of politics. That is a lie. They stopped using Twitter due to mosques' highly problematic behaviour. That was a political choice. They partnered with an Israeli university in the middle of a genocide. That was a political choice. They would have been silent during South Africa. They would have been silent during the Holocaust. They would have been silent during every genocide before this one. But we won't be. So escalate. Do it for the sake of humanity. Join a local group. Tell your friends and family. Have the conversations. More needs to be done because this is not enough. Rise, resist. This uni takes the piss.
Resist! This uni takes the piss! Rise! Resist! This uni takes the piss! Rise! Resist! This uni takes the piss! Rise! Resist! This uni takes the piss! This uni takes the piss!
Okay, so our next speaker is Sana, who will be talking about the interconnected struggles of the American Palestinian movement and the British Palestinian movement.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm from New York, so I want to speak to the American student movement and here. While living in America, not a day goes by where I'm not thinking of the hundreds of thousands of Palestinians that have been killed by the American Zionist regime and the millions affected by American imperialism. Not a day goes by that I'm not frustrated that we're all not doing more. Not a day has gone by in my short time here where I don't feel frustrated that I can't be there to support communities and students at universities around me that are facing the brutality of police, suspension, expulsion, detainment, and threats of deportation for opposing genocide. I'm sure many of you have heard of Mahmoud Khalil, a Columbia graduate who was taken by DHS and ICE, even though he is a green card holder. They took him in front of his 8-month pregnant wife after coming from an iftar dinner. He was sent to Louisiana, and others are working to get him back closer to home and away from the threat of deportation. Lakal Kodia was also taken by ICE and DHS. She's from the West Bank and does not have a green card. If she's deported back, she's in direct threat of Zionist violence and of administrative detention by the IOF. Ranjani, another Columbia student and worker, fled from the U.S. after her legal status, worker status, and housing were all revoked. Dr. Badr Khan Suri, a scholar at Georgetown, was also sent to an ICE detention center after his visa was revoked. His wife is Palestinian and has faced intense targeting by the media for her writing and advocacy. What's scary is the information we do not have on these people and of those we might not have heard of. What's important is not the legal status of each of these people. What's important is understanding this to be a larger project of targeting Palestine solidarity and of the history of political prisoners. Each of these people were taken for their stance against genocide, each with varying involvement in the pro-Palestine movement. No matter what, none of these people or any political prisoners should be facing what they are. I encourage you all to look into groups like the Holy Land Five, who face prison for raising charity. This targeted repression of Palestinians and of those in solidarity has been occurring since the 90s, and what we cannot do is refuse to recognize the direct complicity of the universities in this. What we cannot do is refuse to recognize that this is part of the Western colonial system. What we cannot do is refuse to recognize how directly connected these kidnappings are to the kidnappings we see of Palestinians across all of Palestine, where the torture and treatment of detained Palestinian prisoners by the occupation, including children, is beyond comprehension. Many of them are targeted by the American Zionist regime and its puppets because of their resistance to the occupation. We cannot lose sight of what's important. We cannot lose our heads in this moment. We must learn from Palestinians who know that their political prisoners are the North Star of their movement. We all know that the U.S. is the belly of the beast, the head of the snake, but in 1917 this started with Britain. That was when the Balfour Declaration by the British government announced its support for a national home for Jewish people in Palestine. And after, where the British mandate for Palestine paved the way for the Zionist settler project Israel. We all know Britain's extensive colonialist history. This history cannot be thought of as just the past, when the UK still has its hands bloody with Arab and Palestinian blood. When the UK media uses Zionist talking points, when this university has partnerships with BAE and Israeli universities. The student movement here and the student movement in the US must be connected. The student movement around the world must be connected. This is the way Israel and Zionism must be defeated, with all of us united together, learning from each other, and most importantly from the people resisting in Palestine itself. As American repression increases, don't think of yourself as completely disconnected from it. Ask yourself what you can do. Ask yourself what this means for you. Bring yourself back to the root cause, Western imperialism. We are currently in the holy month of Ramadan, in the last 10 nights, and I've seen that, mashallah, there is a large Muslim community here. But what does being Muslim mean if it doesn't mean standing up for justice? If it doesn't mean fighting for our brothers and sisters being slaughtered? Our brothers and sisters who have nothing to break their fast with, nothing to eat at Sahur, no family to sit with, a house and a masjid of rubble, all while under constant Zionist threat and bombardment. This ummah today, who cares more about their own personal interests and issues and their worldly desires rather than their brothers and sisters facing persecution, rather than defending Al-Aqsa, is not the ummah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is not a time for rest. This must be a time to rise against the continuing aggression of the Zionist regime. As a student of the world, as a Muslim, as a human, we must not leave Palestine behind. This is an important movement that we must do something about. Otherwise, we are failing each other, and most importantly, we are failing Gaza and all of Palestine. Good afternoon. free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine will live forever!
At the beginning I said we have 4, we actually have 5. So our next speaker is Sarah, and she will be speaking about Hassan, who is a Palestinian journalist from Gaza.
I'm sure many of you have heard of Hassan or followed him on Instagram, as he's put his body on the front line every single day for the past year and a half while Israel has committed genocide against their people. Hassan is my age, is our age. He should be studying. He should be living his life, but instead he's had to advocate for his people every single day. And he did it with a smile. He wasn't afraid to stand up for his people because he knew that he was in the right. 2 hours ago they killed him. I'm just going to read out what he put on his story last 16 hours ago. Because I want us to remember what they say. We can't forget what they say. Even when Israel kills them, we can't forget. He said, on October 17th, 2023, Israel bombed Al-Ahli hospital in Gaza. Everyone was shocked. Governments were outraged and demanded investigations. Israel denied it. Western media believed it. And the bombing continued as Israel investigated itself. UN and NGO investigations proved that Israel indeed did it. No government acted. No condemnations. So Israel continued bombing, besieging and targeting every single hospital in Gaza. They still denied it as Western governments rushed to excuse it. But Israel feels emboldened now. 18 months of genocide and impunity meant that they didn't have to deny bombing hospitals anymore. No one cares. They say the magic H word and war crimes are justified. They killed patients today in the hospital, including children and unarmed men. We have to remember Hassan and every journalist that Israel's killed. Western media is so complicit in all of this. Israel's killed thousands and thousands and thousands of Palestinians, and we watch them do it. We wake up every morning and we see their bodies on our screens, and then we go to university and our university doesn't do anything apart from fund the genocide. We have to keep showing up. We have to keep pleading with them, forcing them to stop funding the murder of innocent people. Keep fighting for Hassan. Keep fighting for all the men, women and children who are killed every single day in Gaza. Keep coming back. I want to see you all here next time. Bring your friends. Tell your classmates. We will honor all our martyrs!
Okay, everyone, repeat after me. From Jabalia to Jenin! We resist for Palestine! From Jabalia to Jenin! Decolonize!
Decolonize!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
End apartheid! Decolonize!
Decolonize!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
BAE off campus now!
BAE off campus now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
BAE off campus now!
BAE off campus now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
BAE off campus now!
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 The students united will never be defeated! The students united!
Will never be defeated!
The students united will never be defeated! The students united will never be defeated! The students united!
Will never be defeated!
The students united!
Will never be defeated!
The students united!
Will never be defeated!
The students united!
Will never be defeated!
Free
Palestine!
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 Free
Palestine!
from the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
This uni is complicit! 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 1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation, not a war!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation, no war!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
Israel is up!
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 Terrorist state!
Free
Palestine! Palestine!
from the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
So, as we honor the last few blessed days and nights of Ramadan, our hearts always remain with our brothers, sisters, and children in Palestine, as well as all those Muslims and humans suffering across the world. I'll now pass over to our Islamic Society President, Abdullah, who's going to speak about our responsibility as Muslims, but also going to recite a dua in honor of our brothers and sisters and children in Palestine, but also in Yemen, Lebanon, and Syria.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and hello to everyone over here. I pray that, obviously as Maria mentioned before, we are in the last few days of Ramadan, the last 10 days, so I pray that for you who are observing the month, that you are spending your Ramadan productively. As we enter these last 10 days, it's a time for self-reflection, peace, and strengthening of our own faith. But it's also a time, now more than ever, to remember our brothers and sisters who are suffering and oppressed around the world, particularly those in Palestine and Sudan, where the videos and reports we are seeing are horrifying. I address the Muslims specifically. It is our duty and our obligation as an ummah to stand in solidarity with the oppressed and take action. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His infinite mercy has granted us the privilege to help, to make a difference, and to be the voice of the oppressed. One day, on the day that we all know, the Day of Judgment, we will be held accountable. The Prophet ﷺ reminds us, be aware, there are no two people who are more deserving of the wrath of Allah than the oppressors and the ones who remain silent while witnessing an injustice. So what are our next steps as an ummah? What are our next steps as students on campus, as Muslims on campus? How can we act alongside our du'as? Continue the boycotts, Look to the BTS website and take action by boycotting the companies that support oppression. Continuing to raise awareness, speak up, educate others, and remind those around you of the oppression our Ummah is facing. Continue activism, join peaceful protests, participate in rallies, and advocate for justice wherever possible. Continue your donations, especially now in the month of Ramadan, in the last 10 days, but even throughout the year. Donate generously wherever you can, as every good deed carries immense reward. And remember, brothers and sisters, the struggle is not just about political action, it's about standing together in faith, showing solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Palestine and beyond. And if you can't do any of this, the main point is to always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance, for help. We should always be asking for dua. There's also a reminder, if you need anything, the ISOC is here for you. If you're struggling with what's happening and impacted in any way, we have Sister John over here, who's over here, Ustad Akil, who's temporarily here, as well as myself. We're here to support you and ensure that we stay united in our efforts. So please let's end with the dua. We can all raise our hands. Oh Allah, protect Palestine and its people. Have mercy on their martyrs and grant them the highest place in paradise. Ya Allah, lift all hardships from oppressed people, ease their burdens, and remove their trials and sufferings they are facing. Ameen. May Allah accept our efforts, keep our hearts firm in the struggle for justice, and allow us to continue supporting our brothers and sisters in Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and Sudan, and wherever Muslims or non-Muslims are being oppressed. Ameen. Jazakallah khairan for your time.
I just want to thank everyone for coming along. This was obviously an emergency rally organised within the last couple of days. Right now there's about 80 people here. The next process we should have 160. The one after that we should have 500 and 1,000. We cannot let this university go and fund genocide while we stand here begging them to not use our student fees to fund this genocide. We have a responsibility as students, as people, to stand for Palestine wherever possible. So the next time you see a protest organised, next time you see a leaflet on the bus shelter, next time you see a post on social media, remember it's our duty as students to keep showing up for Palestine. Liberation is near, the tides are turning, and together we can fight for a free Palestine, free from occupation, free from terror, free from genocide. Thank you all for coming. Tries to harass me, please don't engage. Union students all around, if they said harassing, go to the steward and let them know where it is and where they are. Thank you all for coming.
Oh look, you're trying to get more views by filming me, as usual. What time do you turn up? Like half an hour after it started? Yeah. Good job I didn't wait.
Why you would?
Oh, my legs are gone. Oh, God. Are we finishing? I just
Bought Victor a coffee.
only came down because he called one of us a maggot.
Like what?
Him there, you know, still a little squirt with a poster, called one of us a maggot. I don't know if I've got it on camera, but
Mum's a maggot.
that's why I've come down, just
sister?
to annoy him. I wouldn't have come down, but I thought he might have said something.
Bad genetics, that, how short he is.
He only does it, well, he's admitted it, hasn't he? He only does it to show off to his dad. He don't believe in it. Are we going to finish there then?
Yeah, come on.
Hang on, I'll just turn it off then.